Girl. Girl, what? Girl, what? Girl, what? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Girl, What? I'm your host, Danielle Denise, and this episode is very special. I'm starting a new series of episodes about starting a business during a pandemic, the trials and tribulations, and the triumphs that come out of it. And my guest is very special. She is my aunt, and she is a technical consultant by day and a serial entrepreneur any other time. And her name is Maya. Hey, Maya.
Hi. Hello, everyone out there. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really excited.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. How are you doing this lovely pandemic?
I'll say it hasn't been as probably rough on me as it's been on most people. I'll be honest. You mentioned what I do by day. I'm a technology consultant, and I've already worked from home. So working from home was my norm. So there wasn't a lot of adjustment in that for me. But just the realization that even when you're done working and maybe if you want to get out and just go somewhere, have a drink, not happening. So that part's been a little rough.
No, that's
But
real.
you adjust. I mean, if you see behind me, I've got my elliptical. I had to make my gym/elliptical. So, you
Yeah,
just adjust. You have to be flexible in life because life will throw you so many curves. So
all the time. Yeah, sometimes you have to make your office into your gym. You just
hello.
gotta adjust.
Gotta adjust. Yeah.
Now, are you guys, because Maya's in the Bay Area, so, and I'm in the LA area. LA has started to crack down on curfew, and now we can't eat at restaurants for like the next month or so. I don't even know. Are you guys on that level of restrictions now, or are you guys still okay?
Yeah, we're getting there. So we're in the purple tier, and I'll be honest with you, I have no clue what these
What's
colors mean,
purple tier?
whatever that means. So yeah, I guess we're back in the worst tier again. Indoor and outdoor dining has been stopped.
Okay.
Um, yeah, gyms closed. So we're back into this situation again, and yeah. And
Trash.
we're still in 2020 though, okay? So
Yeah, yeah. We're still
yeah,
here. We're still here.
we're still here. Yeah.
I didn't know there was colors. I thought it was numbers. I thought it was like
Uh,
1 through 4, and I couldn't even tell you where we're at anymore. It's just the bottom, at the
it's
bottom of the
horrible.
bottom.
Yeah, you guys, I think I've heard, and we're not there yet, that you guys are on like a 3 week stay at home curfew, specifically LA County. We're not there
Mhm.
yet, but I'm sure that's coming. I hear Monday we might be under that. So you guess what? I'm at home anyway. Okay, back
It's
to it.
like, yeah, really, it's just taking the last thing I was doing was eating outside. That was it. I
Right.
really wasn't going anywhere. I don't go to the malls or anything.
No,
I'm not Black Friday shopping, so
none of that.
there's that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just changed the whole way we kind of live. And yeah, we're supposed to be positive, and that's the most important piece. So let's hope we get through this sooner than later. So
We're going to get through this. Like, I have
yeah,
hope because I have plans to travel. So
you and
let's
me both.
get this shit together.
You and me. I've got an island to inhabit. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
real.
for sure.
Okay. So let's talk about the business.
Yes,
We
yes,
have Too Good to Be True, which is 2G2B True. TRU.
correct. Yes, correct. So 2G2BTRU is my baby. It is a line of CBD products that I developed
Mhm.
specifically with people like myself, actually, in mind. I myself suffer from multiple sclerosis, or MS, as other people know it. And as a person that has an autoimmune disease, I'll just be honest, there's not a lot out there that really provides relief. And I always stick on the word relief because that's probably the most important piece to people that are suffering from autoimmune diseases, metabolic diseases. and other ailments is they just want to break from the constant pain, the constant pressure, the constant aches, the things that we just have to live with on a day-to-day basis. So that's what's, really behind why I started it. I think there's of course a lot of CBD companies out there and even more popping up now. Um, but this is a passion of mine because I've really taken the time to research different types of ingredients, whether it be herbal, whether it be plant-based, and other things in addition to CBD that really provide, again, some sort of comfort or relief and even rejuvenation. Because I do have beauty products as well that are
Mhm.
CBD based and really provide great benefits.
Yes, yes. I love a CBD anything. I do I
I love
do.
that you said that. Me too.
It's
Yeah.
real because when it comes to, let's say, marijuana, like cannabis, I'm very occasional with it because it's strong. For me
Mhm,
as an occasional user, it's a little too much to try to do on a daily basis.
mhm.
So, with that said, the CBD stuff does work on me. Like it's effective. I feel it. I think what a lot of people don't really gravitate to CBD is that fact that they may not feel it, but I feel like if you don't really consume anything cannabis anyway, you will feel this because it has the relaxation touch that THC isn't providing. Because there's like levels, like the cannabis, or what is CBD again? It's like a cannabinoid. Is that how
Yes, it's
it is?
cannabinoid oil. It's
Yeah,
exactly right. And basically it's an extraction from the actual THC.
right.
So that is absolutely correct. And one of the things that it's important for people to understand in terms of terms, there's two terms. There's an isolate, and then there's broad and full spectrum. Anytime you hear broad and full spectrum, that product usually has THC. Isolate products are the products that are CBD based and not include any THC.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Either way, it's great for the daytime use, especially if you experience anxiety and stuff. I do like the tincture one where I can add droplets to like my tea because I drink tea every day. So for me, this is like that extra, it's like taking a multivitamin. It's just another thing that can help me get through the day a lot easier. So I love CBD stuff. Um, Going back to you though, you have MS. So before anything CBD or these type of holistic products, was there anything else you were trying besides like your fusions and treatments and stuff just to sustain your
Yeah, no,
energy?
it's a great question. I think people probably don't realize that as part of having MS, I mean, one, you have to take so many medicines, it's ridiculous. At one point, I was taking like 30 something pills a day.
Oof.
That's probably been reduced to about 16, 17 now, which is still a lot. Um, but it really helps manage more than anything the pain level that allows me to actually be functional. Like I love to work out, for example, but I wouldn't be able to if I weren't taking some of those meds. Myself, THC has been a lifesaver for me. Before I was diagnosed with MS, I was a heavy THC user, to be honest with you.
Mm,
And I believe that that really saved me from my MS progressing worse before they diagnosed it. So
mm,
that has always been in my routine. And I think you brought up a good point about just really having that, kind of high feeling versus more of a calm, relaxing feeling. With the use of THC, I don't actually get a high because of the fact I have MS. It literally goes to pain management, which a lot of people probably
oh.
didn't know. But it doesn't necessarily give me like this high where people might be floating. But
Mm,
that's not the case for everyone. I have a couple of friends actually that we all grew up in the same community and they have MS as well. And they get high. So the effects of THC affect them much different than me. So CBD products were actually the best answer for them. And of course, they were, were first people to really test out the products and, raving reviews behind it saying, oh my gosh, I used to use, pain meds, for example, for my hands. Now I can use the roll-on. I have a roll-on, for example, and it really helps alleviate a lot of that aches and pains that you feel. So I think it just depends on the person. Everybody's body reacts differently. But there's definitely great benefits to CBD. I'm going to really quickly just say that it would be great if you, obviously check out our site, 2B2GTRU.com. And we also have 2B2, I'm sorry, I can't say my own, 2B.
No, that's me in my head every time.
I know, it's confusing, but all you have to remember is too good to be true. So 2G2BTRU blog.com. So you can go to our blog, you can go directly to our site. But our blog is very, very informative. This is why I'm mentioning this. We take a lot of time to talk about the things that CBD really help with and how CBD interacts with your body. There's a whole science behind it. There's a whole science behind cannabinoids that are actually already in your body, and the cannabinoid oil and how it interacts and causes certain chemical reactions within your body. So I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I'll say check out our blog because it gives you great information on how your body really reacts with CBD. Because I know there's still a stigma behind it and people still kind of feel like, well, that's weed. And it's not. So it's great that, I think this industry is definitely getting more mainstream. And as these states continue to really legalize, marijuana, THC, CBD products, then you're going to really see an explosion. We have pet products too. It can totally help pets. So yeah, there's so many great benefits of CBD and really how it can, more than anything, what I say is just improve people's lives. Like if you can live comfortably or more comfortably than you're living now, that's a blessing. It's just a blessing. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, CBD is great. And yeah, the cannabis industry is booming. Okay. Booming. Like it's a little crazy because the dispensaries out here in LA, there's some that look like shopping malls. They're so big. Right. So like it's a little OD to me because I'm just like what am I paying for? Because it's expensive. I'm gonna be real. Some of it is just overpriced. And if you're really paying for like the packaging, probably the distribution and that giant warehouse it's in. But my thing is like if it works for you, it gets you through, it keeps you, mentally, physically sound, to each their own. I'm all for it. I do like the CBD approach just because it's more on the relaxing side of things versus just like a full body like suppressant or anything where it's like, if you have anything to do that day, you might not get it done depending on how high you are. This stuff is very much just like a calming aspect that just, keeps me focused because I'll be having a lot to do during the week. So I am a true advocate for it and I support you on this. I love that this is helping you on your journey, especially handling MS because that is hard. That is hard.
Very, very. It's a constant, it's an everyday battle. I personally was diagnosed in 2013. So I've been, I've known about it since, personally, obviously for 7 years, but I was really struggling with it for 14 years. And, I lost the ability to walk completely at one point. Took me, 6 months to be able to walk again. So there's so many things that I've experienced with having this disease, but at the same token, I am very much so appreciative of where my journey has taken me with MS because there are people out there that have experienced way worse, symptoms. There's people that have completely lost abilities behind diseases such as MS. And so I don't take that for granted. I make sure that from a health standpoint, I do everything that I can, to live a healthy, normal life, just despite, having this disease. So that's part of my mission with these products,
Mhm.
is to really make people feel like they can live somewhat of a normal life and function, somewhat normally, just by having, whether, and I love what you said, just by putting a couple drops in your tea and your coffee in the morning.
Mhm.
Um, or, anxiety is, I'll just say this, anxiety is a disease at this point. Okay. I think
Oh
we're
yeah.
there's every last one of us has experienced some sense of anxiety in our lives, and
Mhm.
probably more so this year. And CBD is great for anxiety. There's all types of pills out there for it that are just not really good for you. That's why you see these commercials and they tell you about this great new pill, and then 5 minutes of,
The
oh,
side
by the way,
effects.
yeah, exactly, it's going to do this and this and kill your liver. And you're like, oh. So, it's like, okay. So natural remedies are, in my opinion, just something to seek out. And that's what CBD is. It's a plant, THC, CBD, they're plant-based remedies. They come from this earth, and the manipulation of them to get them to the point of CBD, for example, we work with manufacturers that are certified by the FDA, have really, really high quality standards. The CBD oil that we offer is 99.9% pure oil. So those types of things are so important, because there are a lot of people selling CBD out there,
Mhm.
but the effects of it are not the same if they're not using the right formulas. It could be weak, very weak,
Mhm.
amounts of cannabinoid oil that's actually in what they're selling. So you're not going to necessarily feel the effects. So
Yeah.
important to know those types of things. And being certifiably organic is the other thing, that's really important, because you want to make sure you have quality ingredients going into your body. I mean, bottom line, food you eat, things you drink, anything you put in your body, you want to make sure is organic as possible. So that's what our product is. And, it's just important to seek that out in any products that you're looking for.
That's awesome. Yeah, quality is key.
Yes.
Okay. And like how you said, some products can be weak. That's a fact. That's actually, I didn't really get too heavy into CBD in the beginning because I didn't know like what was a good product and a good
Mhm.
ratio because some of them are blends. So you're right. Knowing that information is critical into finding like a good holistic medication that you want to try. But let's get into the challenges. Being that
Okay.
it's COVID, you're limited, you can only do so much. So, what were some
Yes.
of the challenges getting your business started?
I think the challenge that exists out there is, more than anything, it's really brand, management and brand marketing.
Mm-hmm.
In this business, yeah, I think what is really hard is, you've got a lot of celebrities that have their own brands out there. And so you're competing, with big names, and, there's all types of people that have these types of companies. And so, for me, why did I make this decision knowing that there are so many, companies out there that exist, is because it's the mission. It's really the belief that really, I understand the products and I understand how the products work.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand the importance of seeking out really high end quality products. And so, that's what made me start. But I think the challenge really exists in is, more than anything, is just belief in the brand. You want to really build your audience carefully, so that people, number one, really like the products, give you great feedback of the products. And then that way it helps your products really kind of morph into what your consumers want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's probably been the biggest challenge. And how COVID affected that, COVID has kind of been, I would say, a two-headed beast. On one end, everyone's at home shopping, right? So
Yes.
now it presents the opportunity for online marketplaces to really get good traffic because you have people really online shopping. But then on the other end of it, there's a lot of people who have lost their income. And there's people that can't afford luxuries, for example. And so I think that, more than anything, COVID did affect that. And it has shifted some people's mindsets to necessity versus, luxuries. So that's been the
Mm.
challenge too.
Necessity versus luxury. Well, I feel like you fit right in between the two when it comes to mental health, because that's why I'm more into the CBD, because of the mental stability it provides in my everyday life.
Right.
Because I too um, am an online shopper.
Mhm.
Amazon used to ruin me in the earlier parts of quarantine because I was always buying shit, always buying
Still
shit.
has a part of me. It's fine though, but
Oh,
it's okay.
I mean, yeah, I think everybody is still like heavy
Yeah.
on the Amazon because no one else is trying to leave their house. So they're top tier as far as delivering stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as where this line goes, it's going to really fit in between both of those to me, because it's becoming a necessity as well as a luxury. Like, do you need a bath bomb? Probably not, but like this tincture could be a part of your everyday routine. You know,
Right.
there's something for everyone here, and that's something else that I like. You have a pet with maybe, very overactive, or, having anxiety himself. I'm not sure, but you never know. There's something here for literally everybody. So I do like that. If anything, that's a
Definitely.
good challenge to have, because, it allows you to play both sides of the fence. So,
Yeah. You're right. I think that was a great perspective and a good way to look at it. So we definitely have to approach it that way. So I love that you said that. That maybe the bath bombs are luxuries, but at the same token, the tinctures, the roll-on, the gels that we have, those
yeah.
are comfort products, and those are more like everyday getting by, alleviating pain, that type of thing. So I love that perspective.
Yeah. Look at me. Hire me on your marketing team right
There
now.
you go. Hired. Hired.
Okay, so those are the challenges. Is there any pros, anything that the pandemic has actually helped you get your business started on?
Yeah. It's funny. It's it's such a it's so hard like to say, oh my gosh, this so helped me,
Mm.
because on at the other end, it's just so disappointing. So, through this pandemic, we've had a lot going on, right? Obviously politics, who cares at this point? But obviously the Black Lives Matter movement
Mm.
became very strong earlier on in this pandemic. And funny thing is that it kind of shifted consumer focus towards Black businesses. Um,
Mm.
so it's kind of this, I don't even know how to do it. It's a good thing, but it's also a thing. Like, it's great that we've got to focus on us now, right? Oh, now like every social media outlet out there is like, hey, let us know. Are you minority owned? Are you a woman? Like, they're asking these questions now where those questions weren't really asked before. So that has definitely been a positive of it. Just unfortunately, the circumstance behind it isn't so positive. So
That is absolutely real, because, right, nobody wants to be looked at as just a minority, or just a woman, or whatever the case may be. We want to be a whole being. We're a
right,
brand, period.
correct.
Yes, we're those other things, which should help alleviate or just elevate us to a degree. However, yeah, the circumstances don't make it feel genuine. So
No,
it's like,
yeah,
it's a little stain, It's just like,
very
well,
much so.
it's like, oh, thanks, I guess. But,
Yeah,
we want
that's the perfect
genuine
way to say
customers. Yeah, because
it.
we want a real audience. We want you to like
Yep.
really support, if you really support this product, like, say that. Don't throw in anything else yet until, you present the product. Like, here, this is what I like. So
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
that's the reality. That is the
It's-
reality.
it is. I mean, I look at it as, at least from a corporation standpoint, like a lot of these corporations committed, millions of dollars to different organizations that really help um, with, honestly, disadvantaged and underserved communities. And so that is definitely a plus that came out of this, that, at least these companies that have been robbing us all blind for so many years and making gazillions of dollars off of us are giving something back. Now, will
Mm,
that in fact make a difference? I think that's to be seen. I think it's going to really take all of us. I'm not going to get too crazy here, but I think all of us have to hold everyone accountable for all these things that they've been saying,
mm.
and really put our dollars where we see our support, where we see people backing us, people supporting, like I said, disadvantaged communities, and really not trying to take advantage. So,
Yeah, definitely. That's where we always get caught up, is like the action behind the words. We can
yeah,
talk all day long, but if we don't actually do the work and we don't actually support, especially financially, to these businesses and
yes,
anybody who's really trying to be this minority entrepreneurial being or anything like that, then it's like we're never going to hit a new level. We need to hit
mhm,
and break barriers. We're still breaking barriers to this day. So we have to constantly do that. But we have to big each other up and lift each other up to get there. So I think the hard part about that, a lot of people don't want to sacrifice their vision for someone else's. So
yes,
if we're all just trying to scramble and make it on our own and not try to work together, we're not going to make it very far. So hopefully we will see some change.
I hope so. I hope we come out of 2020 with lessons more than anything.
Totally.
Hmm.
Lessons and just a new perspective, learning how to adjust. And, that's all we can do. If you
Yes.
don't do nothing else this year, I mean, really, you have to just keep yourself mentally sound too, and
Mhm.
make sure you're able to provide for you and yours, and just stay level headed. But then, if you're able to do that, take that extra step to do something that you're passionate about, whether it's
Mhm.
start a business, do a podcast, whatever your heart is set on, and just
Totally
keep it
agree.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. Life's
That's
too
all I have.
short.
Life's too
Life's too short.
short.
Mhm.
Life's too
Follow your
short.
passion. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And COVID is making it shorter. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, good point. Great
Yeah.
point.
So for the future of 2G to be true,
Yes,
I did it.
you did it.
For the future of this company,
Yes.
where would you like to go with it? Would you ever like to
Mhm.
do pop ups, a brick and mortar? Like, what would you like to do with it?
Great question. I have a whole vision behind this. This is just the
Oh,
beginning.
good.
Yeah, this is just the beginning. Eventually, to be honest with you, I want to own my own line of THC. Um,
Okay.
I'll just say this, that, you know, Europe has been really, really further along in disease management, specifically for multiple sclerosis.
Mm,
The reason is, and there's a reasoning behind that, this is actually a disease that historically affected Eastern European women. So, Eastern European women, meaning people that were in lots of places within Eastern Europe devoid of sun. So, think of like Siberia, places like that.
oh.
Um, yes. So Europe has been well ahead of us in terms of, scientific research, development of, there's not a cure, of course, out there, but development of things that will help, really keep the disease at bay.
Mm,
And so, with that being said, one of the things that they've also been really ahead of is manipulating strains of marijuana that provide medicinal not cures, I don't want to say cures, medicinal remedies.
Mm.
And so that is ultimately my vision. I have done a lot of research in terms of different types of remedies, again, herbal based, plant based, things of that nature, um, that really have the ability of affecting the disease in a very positive way, and other diseases, other ailments. And so that's my goal. I want to be able to cultivate these different strands that really provide healing effects. And then ultimately, obviously, just like we were talking about before, obviously there's THC based products, there will be CBD based products that have these strains in them as
Mm.
well. Um, and then lastly, I have actually on the horizon a comfort um, product. So products that are actually designed to provide comfort to people dealing with different things. They're actual foam, cotton, and other materials based that will help you, sit better, relax better. Um,
Oh.
yeah, so things of that nature. So that's actually the next phase. That company is called MS Relief. Um, so that'll be coming out probably within the next year. I've been working on that one for years, just because I myself have problems. If I'm just trying to relax, watch TV, I might lose feeling in my leg. I
Yeah.
might catch a cramp, like silly stuff just happens. And so I want to, really create products that'll help people relax and provide comfort. I'm all about comfort because I just believe if you could be comfortable, you could be happy. If you're happy,
Ooh, I
you're
love that.
happier. You know what I mean? Like you're happier internally, you're happier externally, and maybe we could find peace in this world. I'm just saying. I know that's a real big goal ultimately, but let's start
That's
with internal
great.
happiness. Okay.
That listen,
Yeah,
and as you get older, comfort becomes more and more important.
100%.
Especially, yeah, like
Yeah,
I love that. So the more comfortable you are, the happier you are. Look, that direct correlation.
it really is. I
Serious.
found it for me, it is. So if I'm
Yeah.
comfortable, I like literally if I'm like, for the night, whatever, watching TV, I get all propped up in my bed, my pillows, and I'm like comfortable. And I look around and I'm like, this feels good. And you're happy, right? Like you're just naturally happy. So, if my kids want to bother me, I'm not like biting their head off. What do you need? Like, because I'm happy. So you've seen me in action, so you know how it goes. But yeah, I think that
Listen.
it's so important that people, I think it's such a basic concept,
Mm,
but I really think that people should think about that. Like, are you comfortable? And it's not even just from, a muscle standpoint, whatever. It's not from that. It's your surroundings. Are you
mhm.
comfortable where you're at? And if you're not, that's when you're like, what can I do to make myself more comfortable? So yeah, I've always lived by that.
That is beautiful because yeah, that when you're in that comfortable setting, it's bliss.
It
And it's
is.
like, oh,
Hmm.
everything is just better. It's just better. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that is monumental. I want to see all this flourish for you. So I am here to support. I am happy for the visions. 2G2BTRU is going to do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Your future strand is going to kill it. I
Thank you.
see it all. I see it all. And I feel like this is just the perfect time too. Cause like you said earlier, certain states are even starting to become legalized with THC and stuff now. So it's like, oh, the market's getting bigger. That's beautiful. Europe's
Yeah.
already on that. Well, certain
Yeah.
countries,
Yeah.
Amsterdam stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's just sky's the limit. I think it's all about timing at this point. If you could just put
Yeah.
in the work now while we have that little bit of downtime and isolation to be with ourselves and our thoughts, you can
Hmm.
definitely do better for 2021, 2022, and onward. Like it's just uphill. So
Totally agree.
I'm here
Yes.
for it. I love this.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I definitely
Yeah.
appreciate all the support. It's been amazing. So
Yes. Now,
yeah.
out of your products, what is your favorite that you use? And I'll tell
Oh,
mine after.
Okay. I'll be honest, and I'm going to tell you there's two. There's two that are my favorite. The first one is the roll-on gel. It's
Okay.
a 500 milligram CBD roll-on gel, and let me tell you how it has saved my life. Um, Part of working out, I do the elliptical a lot, as you can see behind me. And so I get cramps all the time in my calves.
Mm.
And I literally will just be sitting on my bed, just something random, and a cramp just takes control of me. Before I would probably scream, roll around till I could figure out how to get the cramp out. This roll on gel takes the cramp out like that. You literally just roll it on and you just feel the muscle just completely open up.
Ooh.
Um, it's when I say amazing, you have no, I would not say that if it weren't true. I suffer through a lot with MS, and I even get the tightness in my arms. Same thing. You just roll it on and it just relieves it. Pain is another thing. I deal with aches a lot, sometimes in my hands because I'm typing all day.
Hmm.
Same thing, roll on, just put it on. It just literally and it's not sticky. It dries like within seconds, doesn't leave a weird smell. And you're just like, and it lasts. Like I can do it once and it
Hmm.
lasts the whole day. So
Wow.
it's amazing. Yeah, I live by that product. That and the bath bombs. I'm a bath taker, so I take a bath at least once a week.
Yeah.
It's like my way to start the week. I usually do it on Sundays. And I have always used, the doctor products. I'll just put it out there.
Hmm.
Um, from the Epsom salts, I still do. I love Epsom salts. I feel like it really helps relieve your muscles. Um, and I always thought I was doing fine. I never thought there was an issue until I dropped the relax or the distress. I have two. Just
Hmm.
dropped it into the water. First of all, it's beautiful. I love it. It just makes the water so pretty. But when you get in this water, my tagline with the bath bombs is there's a bath, but then there's a CBD bath. Like
Oh
it is a
yeah.
relaxation that you've probably never experienced before.
It's
Um,
different.
it's different. Your muscles are just like, yeah, they're just like, yeah, this is what we're supposed to be.
This is
Wait, no,
it.
this is no tension. Yes.
Right.
Um, so those are two of my favorite products for sure.
Oh yeah. I would say the bath bomb for sure as well. I didn't even do a full bath. I did a foot bath with the CBD bomb, and it was after a day long of roller skating. We were at Venice Beach, up and down, skating our tushies off. And I hadn't skated in a while, so everything was just sore.
Yeah,
And my feet, that bounce back was so real in the night. Within that evening, my feet were back to like normal, like nothing happened. Like what roller skate? It was beautiful.
exactly.
I love
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
then the tincture is my everyday daily use. So I do love that too. And I don't use a lot. I just one full like squirt, which I don't know, is that a milligram worth? Either way,
Yes.
that's all I needed. That's all I needed. And it was a nice just coast throughout the day. Like I was able to
Mhm,
get through like my 4 hour meetings. I
mhm.
was chilling, like nothing got to me. I was able to just go through my day without any frustrations and getting frazzled. I was great. So those are
Yep.
my top two as well. But there are edibles, chewables, gummy bears. What else do you have on here?
There's
Um,
beauty products as well. So there's
beauty,
yes,
yes.
yes.
So
My mother, your grandmother, she actually uses the vitamin C serum every single day, and
really,
she loves it. Uh-huh. She loves it, loves it, loves it. She just actually bought some more. She's like, I was like, you went through it that fast. I'm not sure how much she's using. I
I was
keep
about to say,
telling her
aren't you
just
supposed
to
to be
drop.
like
I don't know. She's
she's
coating
over
her
here
face.
like
Yeah. But she loves it. So yeah, so there's definitely beauty products. I have an AM PM cream. There's an
yep.
overnight cream as well.
Mm.
Pet products. You talked a little bit about that. We have pet treats. We have pet drops, which are great. There's also a pet conditioning shampoo that really gives a calmness. Yeah,
What?
It's crazy. So, first of all, if you notice, sometimes pets don't like taking baths.
Yeah.
And it's a calmness. So it actually calms them down because they're feeling something. They have no idea what they're feeling, and it gives them a great coat. So that's the other thing. So CBD is so diverse, and there's going to be, really in the future, there's going to be so many more uses for it. But yeah, no, I really believe we have great products out there.
Listen, the pet CBD is new to me. I didn't know pets can have anxiety and it could relax them in like a healthy way, which is,
Yes.
if I had a pet, I'd probably use these products as well.
Mhm.
So that is a great option to have. But
Yeah, joint support. Let me just say that really quick.
yeah,
As pets get older, their joints, just like us, become weaker. And CBD actually helps really well with joint support. So it's great.
really?
Yes, it helps humans too. Yes, very much so.
There's so much to learn about it. That's the funny thing. Like there's so many benefits to CBD that it's unreal because the fact that you ventured from beauty, skincare to just like ultimate relief, that's a broad audience and I think that's wonderful because it just covers everybody. And then if my grandma's using it, sky's the limit, okay?
She uses the drops too. So what is so amazing, she actually uses the drops.
And
And
she's anti like THC. Like she's
she's
not one to
anti
do.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes. So
So that's
what's
beautiful.
amazing, it is what's amazing about that, and I think the audience should know. Hopefully, she won't kill us for this, but
She won't listen. It's fine.
okay, it's okay to be me if she kills. Anyways, she's going to be 80 in May, and I really talk about that because she's called all her friends. Oh my gosh, you won't believe how great these products are. And it just takes the stigma out of using these types of products. If my almost 80-year-old mother, who is anti drug, anti everything in terms of illegal or bad for you, as she likes it, because she's come a long way in
Right.
terms of seeing things being legalized. But yeah, just she lives by it. She starts her day with products. She ends her day with products. She's giving your grandfather products. Not sure if he knows about it, but
He probably don't because
he does.
he's also anti everything.
She's dropping it in his coffee. So,
Good, good. He
yeah,
needs
I know.
it.
Yeah, so calm him down a little, but yeah. So I think that is amazing, and I think that should help this world take the stigma out of it. That it really has a lot of good properties to it and is not a drug and doesn't make you feel like you're on drugs or feel high or feel, doesn't make you lose control. Let's just put it that way. You have perfect control. It just provides relief. It provides comfort. It provides relaxation.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's just like the short and sweet version of it. Like, do you want relief? Do you want comfort? Here you
Do you want to
go.
relax?
Yeah. Do you want to
Exactly.
relax? What do you want?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's real.
Yeah.
Well, Maya, thank you so much for this very informative episode.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And, I wish you well. I am so proud of you and I'm so proud of all that you're doing. I
Thank
know
you.
it's been a year since you've had this podcast. So
A whole
that's a
year.
that's a long time. It's a long time. That's commitment. And that says a lot about you. So I'm very proud of you because of that.
Thanks, Auntie.
Of course. Of
Let
course.
let's plug your businesses. We have 2G2BTRU, TRU,
Yes.
and that's on Instagram. Yes,
Yes.
you have an
So
Instagram for it.
on Instagram, we are 2G2B underscore TRU.
Okay,
Same thing, Twitter. And Facebook, we are just 2G2BTRU.
got it.
The site is 2G2BTRU.com.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I was saying, there's um, another company coming, MS Relief, but right now, MS Relief, it's MS RLIEF.com, it does point to 2G2BTRU right now. So
Okay, so coming soon for the
coming soon.
MS relief.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and no other sites. You had a blog, correct?
Oh, yes. Yes. You could
Blog.
definitely, you can go to the blogs on our site, or you can go to 2G2BTRU blog.com. And there you'll
Perfect.
see all of our blogs. Yes.
Okay, so then yes, I will add all of this at the bottom for the description.
Perfect.
And yes, that wraps up another beautiful episode. Thank you so much. Love you so much.
Love you too. Before we go though, please tell your listeners about the wonderful promotion we're having.
Correct. There is a promotion. It is 10% off of all of the products on 2G. Did I say
You,
right?
yeah.
2G2BTRU.
Yeah.
And you have to use the code GirlWet10.
Yes.
So it's my code. I'm special. But
Yes.
yes, utilize the code, get you some of the CBD products to try. And she also has a sale currently for the holidays. That's a 10% deal. So this is another 10% that you get to utilize. Check it
Right.
out. Yes.
Check it out. Yes. And if there's any questions, you can definitely chat us at any time, ask any questions about how we use the products, and we're happy to help.
Totally, totally. And yes, as far as Girl What goes, you can follow Girl What on Instagram at _underscore pod. And you can follow me on all the social media platforms under that same name. And I still need reviews on Apple. Please rate, subscribe, and 5-star reviews on Apple Podcast. And that wraps up another episode of Girl What? Thanks for listening.